Ahoy travelers, it's Amy with Cruising from the Ozarks with another weekly Cruise News Roundup. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It only takes a second, and doing so helps cruisers like you find us. Carnival ambassador John Heald fielded a complaint this week on his Facebook page about Carnival not providing a dedicated space for roll call meetups, as well as not providing snacks and prizes. The complainant went on to say that Royal Caribbean does it, so Carnival should as well. John Heald replied with what was, in my opinion, a very polite response to what came across as a rather rude accusation. The language was not very nice. Before we get into how John Heald fielded this complaint, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're a new channel. It could really use your support to help us reach more cruisers like you. Like, subscribe, and share. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And then make sure that you also ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future posts. Once again, John Heald took the high road while fielding a complaint from an unhappy cruiser. He said that while he loves to see that cruisers are getting together and meeting new people, he can no longer arrange indoor rooms for these events, and instead suggested that guests use a location like the pool bars or the pubs and breweries to meet. The complaint also said that wristbands had been requested from Carnival in order to recognize other members of their group, to which John Heald very correctly suggested that members should choose to wear the same color shirt or something similar in order to recognize one another. He did say that if an organizer of one of these meetups would like to write to him on his Facebook page the day before their cruise, he could try to have a couple of things sent to their cabin to use as prizes, which seems generous. Now, personally, I don't think it is the responsibility of a cruise line to provide anything for a group that isn't sponsored by the line itself unless the group pays for those perks. While a line providing champagne and prizes for one group of 20 to 40 people per cruise doesn't seem that costly, there's no reason to believe that requests would actually stop there. Often there are multiple groups that you can join, whether on Facebook or another site, for each cruise. And then each group's going to have hundreds of members and multiple events planned. I've been on groups that have had all sorts of events planned, from slot pulls to cabin crawls. I always join the Facebook group for upcoming cruises, but I rarely interact in the group. Honestly, I'm rarely on Facebook at all anyway, but I do like to check out the groups every once in a while to see if there's information about the cruise that might be beneficial, especially if it's like a line or a ship that's new to me. Now, twice, Mom and I have gone to meetups. Once it was a shot glass exchange, and once we met up at a pool bar, just like John Heald suggested. When we met at the pool bar, which was the Red Frog Rum Bar, everyone was supposed to wear Mardi Gras beads to recognize others in the group. Easy to do. Since then, I've never participated in a meetup because I've never actually talked to anyone from those meetups afterwards. Has anyone ever really found that meeting people at these meetups works? Like, are you hanging out with people afterwards? Are you booking shore excursions with them? I'd love to know. That's just not something I've ever done, and I've honestly found the meetups to be awkward. And in the end, I just sit and talk with my mother, who I'm already on the cruise with. So let me know, especially you extroverts out there, have you met people because of the roll call meetups? Maybe I'm too introverted to meet people when in large group settings, because I have found it so much easier to meet people organically while hanging out during trivia games or maybe waiting for a drink at one of the ship's bars. I'd love to know if you join the Facebook groups, and if so, do you participate in meetups or just lurk in the group like me? Drop your answer in the comments. And then why don't you check out this video on Sea Day activities and come back next week for another video designed to help you have an amazing cruise. Have a blessed week, everyone.